Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm Suyash Barve. Let's get started with the week's absurdities. This week, we're talking about India's first citizen, the supreme commander of our armed forces, the leader of our executive, the President of India, and why we should get rid of him. And no, this isn't just about President Mukherjee. It's about the office of the president, or for that matter, any constitutional head. Because we've got a lot of them and they don't do very much. The president, the vice president, state governors, mayors, all these important sounding posts have, for the most part, only ceremonial powers. But we spend actual money on them. Let's focus on the president. He earns 1.5 lakhs per month. And that's not even the main expenditure. Every year we spend 22 crores on presidential upkeep. That's a lot of taxpayer money for a person we only really see twice a year. And 22 crores is upkeep for a normal president. And we can all agree that Pratibha Patil, who held the office from 2007 to 2012, was not a normal president. She was the anti-president. President Patil didn't spend all of her time at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Hell no. President Patil spent over 200 crores on foreign trips. Anti-president. President Patil did not travel alone. She took 12 of her relatives along on official state trips. Anti-president. President Patil wanted the government to build her a 4,500 square foot post-retirement home. Anti-president. Now clearly, President Patil was a bad egg. But even when we have good people in the office, they can't really do that much. For example, a president can send a bill back to Parliament for reconsideration. President Kalam did this with the Office of Profit Bill because he found the exemptions in the bill erratic. But when a president does this, the Parliament can just send the bill right back to him without any changes whatsoever. And the second time around, the president has to sign it, which is exactly what happened with the Office of Profit Bill. So this is less a presidential power and more a presidential capacity to be annoying. Another power vested with the president is the pocket veto. Basically, a president has no time limit within which he has to sign a bill, which means he can just leave it pending on his table indefinitely, which is what President Zail Singh did with the postal bill in '86. Now this one actually counts as a real power because it did delay that controversial bill indefinitely. But let's face facts, it's also the ultimate passive-aggressive dick move. So are you going to sign this bill?
No,
Why not?
just
Is there something wrong with the bill?
there's nothing wrong. But
So then why won't you sign it?
I don't feel like signing it.
You know, I've been thinking about this. This system of government just really isn't working out anymore.
If that's how you feel.
Stop! Now these two incidents were extremely rare occurrences because presidents don't often go against the Prime Minister and the cabinet because the constitution basically says they can't. Now aside from the rare veto, which really the judiciary can take care of in the long run, a president's responsibilities could easily be divided up. We could hold a Twitter contest to decide who gets to swear in the PM every 5 years. We could host a Big Boss style reality show at Rashtrapati Bhavan, so the place doesn't go to waste. And we could have Sunny Deol stand at attention and stare angrily at the Republic Day parade. See, it'll all work out. But here's the big problem with getting rid of the office of the president. The president might actually have to approve of that law, and no one is going to sign themselves into unemployment. Which is why I'm going to offer the President of India a job. This is a legitimate offer letter from the company that produces this show to President Pranab Mukherjee. The offer is 100% real, I promise you. Now, Mr. President, we're offering you the post of the President of the Week's Absurdities. We're also offering you a generous 10% increment over your current salary. I will give you the power to pocket veto one joke every week, just one. And if you really feel like it, you can stand behind me for the duration of an episode. Of course, the office of the president is not the only ceremonial drag on taxes we have. So here's what I'm asking you to do. If you own a startup or you're the head of a company, Please extend a job offer to your local constitutional head. Start with mayors, move on to governors, maybe even the vice president. Because it's about time we realize that this country, with its limited resources, can no longer afford to stand on ceremony. That's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. If the world doesn't end, we will see you next time. Goodbye.